everyone, welcome to my channel. And if you don't know about me, I am a huge fan of fantasy movies. Fantasy genre is my most favorite genre. I just love fantasy movie and drama, mainly because it takes me to a different world. I forget about the world I'm living in. I just love it. And someone who loves fantasy genre, I never seen Lord of the Rings before. Until last Friday, I decided to finally check this out, what this fuss is about. Because everybody always say Lord of the Ring trilogy is one of the greatest. And after watching this movie, truly, this trilogy so amazing. Truly, I never seen anything like it. And so when I was first watching this movie, like after watching, like just watch first 10 minutes, you are totally hooked for this movie, like this trilogy for rest of your life. You are like that ring. You are, well, how do you say? You are servant to this Lord of the Ring world. And if you're wondering why you never seen this movie before, if someone who love fantasy drama, fantasy world, the reason I never seen it because of two silly reasons. First reason is I never read the book, Lord of the Ring book, so I thought I will not understand this world and their story. I will not understand them, this character, because I didn't read about them. And also, when I was little, I saw this golem once in a teaser or something. I got really freaked out by his face. I feel so silly watching this movie because he's one of my favorite characters in the whole trilogy. Gollum is like probably my top 3 character. Andy Serkis was amazing as a Gollum, and I feel so silly after watching this trilogy because like I absolutely love it. I never enjoyed so much, never enjoyed a movie so much. Like watching this 3 movie was so amazing. Although this 3 movies is 12 hours long, you do have to see them back to back, and the reason this trilogy is one of the greatest because the first movie sets up this world so perfectly. You get introduced to this evil ring, and man, this ring is so evil, and it hypnotizes you. It just calls you into his eyes, you know what I mean? And so the first movie is amazing to set up this world, the character, who they are, what their goal is, who their motivation for this. And the second one is perfectly middle. This movie, the middle movie, I would say middle part for this trilogy, and also I love Two Tower because Two Towers are also amazing. You learn more about this character and what this ring does to people, their brain. Of course, Two Tower has Gollum, one of the best character ever. I fell in love with this character, Gollum, man. My precious. Also, you learn more about Aragorn. Oh man, Viggo Mortensen, he was amazing. I see why people love him so much as a Aragorn. And also, what is his name? I forgot. Did I love Frodo? I didn't like Frodo that much, but Gandalf is my favorite. He's so cool. Ian McKellen, he was amazing in this trilogy, wasn't he? He just grew into you, Aragorn is amazing, Gollum is amazing, Frodo is kind of between, Sam is also so amazing, and who else I'm forgetting? It's so many characters, of course, this world has. All of them are truly. The king, for the Rohan's king, I thought he's so good too. I don't know, he really felt like he's a real king. Once he was king, you are into his character. The way he was acting felt like a real king, and also his niece, she was also amazing. Some of the character I might not remember. I have seen this movie already twice. Since last Friday, I'm just seeing this trilogy over and over. It's so addictive. Of course, for me, it's more addictive because I love fantasy genre. So this is probably where I am. My most, my heart is, so probably that's why. The last movie, The Return of the King, was also amazing. So sad, I was crying the whole movie. The Return of the King, one of the great movie also, it's so intense. Man, I was edge of my seat, the whole movie. I was I didn't know what was happening. I was the battle scene were absolutely breathtakingly intense. I was just doing this whole time, and Goblin was going for the ring, Fred was going crazy, Sam was just Just say this. Samwise, his character was kind of cheesy for me. I'm sorry, in the Return of the King. The way he was acting, like, he kept saying one after one cheesy thing. I still love Sam, but I wish Frodo wasn't so weak. Frodo wasn't so weak. Of course, Aragorn was amazing in this movie, in the Return of the King. Viggo Mortensen, he killed it in this movie. His performance was wow. And Ian McKellen, how cool he was leading whole army. I was like, oh man, you're so cool. The whole trilogy is really amazing. Although after finishing the trilogy, can I say something? How Ned Stark died in the first movie, I was like, man, like Boromir, he died in the first movie, but he kept live on, and everyone was talking about him in whole trilogy. It felt like he never really died. He never left us. Sean Bean, he was good in the Fellowship of the Ring. I thought his character died too quick, I suppose. Not too quick, I meant like too soon. I wish he stuck around, and the elf storyline was kind of good too. But really, the kingdom storyline was quite interesting. The battle scene were absolutely amazing. Peter Jackson, he done absolutely amazing job. I cannot imagine making this movie, three of them is like a puzzle piece. When you can watch each movie and you can enjoy them for what they are. Also, when you put them together, they're like a perfect jewel for your, like, something, like anything, like your box. How do I say this? I absolutely love this trilogy. I was watching behind the scene, and can I say how amazing Andy Serkis was? I don't know, the Return of the King, when Gollum fell off from the mountain, I was like, when I was watching Fredo and Sam is like giving this monologue after monologue, I was like, where is Gollum? No, I hope he's not dead. I need him back in this movie. Because he's so amazing character, honestly. I was watching behind the scene with Andy Serkis, and Andy Serkis is the guy who went to the Peter Jackson, and he said, because at the beginning of the when they're making this movie, they aren't sure how they're gonna do this character Gollum, because he's like 3 foot and is no real human being looks like that. So they thought they're gonna get a CGI character for this. But Andy Serkis, he's the one. He's told him, I can do the whole thing. The whole impression he was doing is him on the screen. And honestly, Gollum was really truly good, and his performance, even though he was in a mocha, his performance really shined through those. I don't know if I will ever see performance like this. Truly amazed by how amazing this trilogy was. Again, I'm so ashamed I never seen this trilogy before, and if you guys think I should make each one review separately, I can do that because I just became a huge fan of this trilogy. Like for the rest of my life, I became a like servant to this ring, a Lord of the Ring. If you get my joke. And also, I want to say one more thing. I am a huge fan of Game of Thrones. Like, I watched Game of Thrones at least, I don't know how many times. I probably memorized all the dialogue in my mind. So when I was watching, of course, Lord of the Rings, the first movie, I just realized how much Game of Thrones has copied from that movie. Really, one of the greatest fantasy drama ever made. Not disrespect to Game of Thrones or anything. Game of Thrones, last season was truly awful. Stabbed me in my back after watching this show for so long, and I just don't know what to say about Game of Thrones. I don't love that. I guess I still love for 6th season, but this is something I'm really glad the way this movie were made, The Lord of the Ring. Absolutely love it. Let me know in the comment if you want to see my review on this movie, and thank you so much for watching.